We all love when celebrities do something that doesn't abide by the Hollywood rules. Maybe they preach their cause, refuse to acknowledge an important figure, or throw shade directly at another person. Regardless of what it is, we love when it happens. So today on Top 10 Beyond the Screen, I'm going to be counting down our list of the top 10 savage celebrity moments. Coming in at 10, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. At the 2018 MTV Video Music Awards, after winning Best New Artist, Cardi B thanked everyone who had supported her while also dissing Nicki Minaj. I quote, "All the love that my fans, that my friends, that everybody shows me is genuine, is beautiful, and that's something that God gave me that you can't buy." This was apparently in response to Minaj hinting during a Q&A that she didn't consider Cardi to be her competition because having a big push from a label doesn't make you great. Savage. Coming in at 9, Fiona Apple and the MVMAs. Back in '97 at the MTV Video Music Awards, Fiona Apple was brutally honest when she took the stage to accept the Best New Artist award. I quote, "I'm not gonna do this like everybody else does. This world is bullshit. You shouldn't model your life about what you think we think is cool, and what we're wearing and what we're saying. Go with yourself." Unfortunately, the singer's message ruffled some feathers, with a New York rock critic calling it one of the most ridiculous soliloquies ever to be witnessed at an MTV Awards event. Apple later went on to state that people who didn't care about who she was were now all at once humoring, appeasing her and not her talent, and that instead, because of the fact that somehow, with the help of her record company, makeup artist, stylist and press, she had successfully created the illusion that she was perfect, pretty and rich. I quote, "I'd saved myself from misfit status, but I'd betrayed my own kind by becoming a paper doll in order to be accepted." Preach. Coming in at 8, Oprah Winfrey and Time's Up. At the 2018 Golden Globe Awards, Oprah gave an impassioned speech when accepting her Lifetime Achievement Cecil B. DeMille Award. I quote, "I want tonight to express my gratitude to all the women who have endured years of abuse and assault because they, like my mother, had children to feed and bills to pay and dreams to pursue." She then turned her attention towards the Me Too movement, stating, "For too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dare speak the truth to the power of those men. But their time is up. Their time is up. Their time is up." So much respect for my queen. Coming in at 7, Marlon Brando's powerful statement. In 1973, Marlon Brando decided to skip out on the Academy Awards. However, no one quite knew what was about to happen when he did win Best Actor for his role in The Godfather. In his absence, a Native American woman instead stepped on stage, refused to collect the award, and stood at the podium in a full tribal dress. I quote, "Hello, my name is Sachin Littlefeather. I'm Apache and I am president of the National Native American Affirmative Image Committee. I'm representing Marlon Brando this evening and he has asked me to tell you that he very regretfully cannot accept this generous award. And the reasons for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry and on television, in movie reruns and also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee." Most were not sympathetic to the cause because later when Clint Eastwood showed up to present The Godfather with Best Picture, he stated, I quote, "I don't know if I should present this award on behalf of all the cowboys shot in all the John Ford westerns over the years. But he is an asshole and incredibly racist, and we need to forget about him." Coming in at 6, Regina King and the Golden Globes. At the 2019 Golden Globe Awards, when accepting her Supporting Actress Award for If Beale Street Could Talk, Regina King made an admirable vow to the public. I quote, "In the next 2 years, everything that I produce, I'm making a vow, and it's going to be tough to make sure that everything that I produce is 50% women. And I just challenge anyone out there who is in a position of power, not just in our industry, but in all industries, I challenge you to challenge yourselves and stand with us in solidarity and do the same." In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, King revealed that the first to reach out to her was Jessica Chastain, Emma Stone, and even Tyler Perry. I quote, "All I had to do was start saying it out loud, and the amount of support I got, and people that helped me find workshops and programs for me to go through to hone those directing skills, it happened as soon as I said it." Coming in at 5, Kanye West and Taylor Swift. This is perhaps one of the most infamous moments in TV history, and I love it for so many reasons, specifically because I'm not the biggest fan of Taylor Swift. But I will say this moment was pretty damn bad, and I did feel bad for her. At the 2009 Video Music Awards, Swift accepted the award for Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. However, some people weren't too pleased about her win. I was one of them. One of those people were also Kanye West. He stormed the stage, took the mic from Swift and stated, I quote, Yo Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'ma let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time. He then handed the mic back, the audience booed, and Swift left the stage. However, like the queen she is, Beyonce took to the stage later on in the evening and invited Swift back up to have her moment. It was very, very sweet. But still, I don't like Taylor Swift, so Beyonce did deserve to win that award. He was just saying what we were all thinking. We just weren't assholes about it. Coming in at 4, Shonda Rhimes' trophy speech. Back in 2014 at the Hollywood Reporter's Women in Entertainment breakfast, Rhimes made some risky statements that touched a lot of people's hearts. She began by calling the award a participation trophy, before pointing out the fact that she is just one woman in a long line of women who have fought for equality. I quote, "When I hit finally that ceiling, it just exploded into dust. Like that. My sisters who went before me had already handled it. No cuts, no bruises, no bleeding. Making it through the glass ceiling to the other side was simply a matter of running on a path created by every other woman's footprints. I just hit at exactly the right time in exactly the right spot. Respect." Coming in at 3, Meryl Streep and Donald Trump. Meryl Streep made headlines back in 2017 at the Golden Globe Awards after she took a swift jab at then President-elect Donald Trump. Following a speech in 2015, Trump had faced backlash over an offensive impression of the New York Times Serge F. Kovaleski. So when Streep took the stage accepting her Lifetime Achievement Award, she used her platform to shame him for mocking Kovaleski's disability. I quote, "There was one performance this year that stunned me. It sank its hooks into my heart. Not because it was good, there was nothing good about it, but it was effective and it did its job. It made its intended audience laugh and show their teeth. It was that moment when the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter, someone he outranked in privilege, power, and the capacity to fight back." Following her empowering speech, Trump took to Twitter, as always, to call Streep one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood. Because that's the only comeback he has to preach lies. She's the best. Coming in at 2, Kate Winslet and Harvey Weinstein. When Kate Winslet won Best Actress at the 2009 Oscars for her role in The Reader, she purposefully refused to thank the now disgraced producer, Harvey Weinstein, in her acceptance speech. The actress stated, I quote, "I remember being told, make sure you thank Harvey if you win, and I remember turning around and saying, no, I won't." Winslet later went on to state in 2017 that it had nothing to do with her not being grateful, but the simple fact that people aren't well behaved, why thank them in the first place? When describing Weinstein, she also said, I quote, "He was bullying and nasty. Going on a business level, he was always very, very hard to deal with. He was rude." Good for her for not saying his name. Finally in at number 1, Ricky Gervais and the Golden Globes. At the time of this recording, the Golden Globes just occurred, hosted by none other than Ricky Gervais again. He of course began by attacking Donald Trump before moving on to the environment. Meat was also banned from the dinner tables of the guests, resulting in Gervais saying, I quote, "See, we're saving the planet. It's a room full of the biggest virtue signalers and hypocrites in the world." Gervais opened the show with a monologue that left audience members cringing, including me. For example, I quote, "We were gonna do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people who had died, it wasn't diverse enough." He then went on to say that it was a big year for pedophile movies, Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes, before telling the audience to shut up because he didn't care. He also took a dig at Leonardo DiCaprio. Once upon a time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end his date was too old for him. The jokes went on and on, but the one that ruffled the most feathers was Gervais uttering the words, "Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself." Yeah, it was a lot of a lot. His jokes about Felicity Huffman, also bad. Cringe, but I love it. I'm so here for it. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any savage celebrity moments that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Beyond the Screen vid. And until next time, see you later. Fiona Apple, is she dead? No. Good speech.